Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Kindness in Motion podcast. I'm Seth Blau, joined with my co host, Brian Driscoll, with another episode of our Kiwanis Chronicles. We're coming to you from the new Oceanside Library, located in the middle of beautiful downtown Oceanside. And today we have with us, thrilled to have with us, longtime club, Oceanside Kiwanis Club member, Nancy Baxter. Welcome, Nancy.
Good morning. Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, thank you for being with us and taking the time to be here and speak about the upcoming Kiwanis Club Pancake Breakfast. Before we get into the Pancake Breakfast, why don't you tell a bit about yourself and how you got involved with the Oceanside Kiwanis Club?
Well, I got involved in 2005 when the job was recreation assistant at the Department of Community Activities. And when I got that job, attached to that job was advisor to the Key Club. I didn't know what the Key Club was. And I went to the high school and I sat with the kids and their offices. I'm like, wow, these are a great bunch of kids. That's how I got involved with Kiwanis, because Kiwanis sponsors Key Club.
So that's interesting. So you came into Kiwanis after being the advisor of the Key.
Correct.
Instead of that's interesting because a lot of people become part of Kiwanis and then learn about Key Club.
I came in through the back door,
yes.
so to speak.
Well, that's interesting. And then and during the time that you've been with the Kiwanis Club, why don't you give us a little bit of background of some of the different things?
2005, I started off with the Key Club advisor. A couple of years later, I spoke to the superintendent, and we passed the Key Club advisor on to a teacher that was in the high school, because it made more sense that somebody was in the school. So, but I still stayed with Kiwanis and I went to all the meetings. I ended up being elected president. I was the first female president of Oceanside Kiwanis Club, and I was president for 4 years. And then after that, I became a lieutenant governor. A couple of years later, I became a lieutenant governor again, which is lieutenant governor oversees the 9 clubs that are in our division, which is the Long Island Southwest Division.
And that including the clubs of Oceanside, Island Park, Long Beach, Five Towns,
Baldwin,
at the time, Freeport.
Right. Valley Stream,
East Rockaway, Lynbrook. I think we got all of them. Apologies if we left any. And so you've been very involved with Kiwanis since that time of first becoming the Key Club advisor, apparently.
Right.
So how did you first become involved with the Pancake Breakfast?
I'm not really sure. I was always involved with volunteering that day. And I guess a couple of years ago, 7, 8 years ago, we decided to go a different route. And I became chairperson of the Pancake Breakfast and kind of turned a little bit the breakfast around, where I was able to get 99% of the food that we served donated, and we just upped our game. We now sponsor tables. If somebody wants to sponsor a table for $100, I have these footballs, I put their name on it, especially businesses. They get their name out there, and they're on the placemat, they're on the table. Right now, we raised over $5,000, and we didn't even open the door yet.
That's amazing.
Pancake breakfast.
Really is.
So
that's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Now, I know you talk about the Pancake Breakfast as just another Pancake Breakfast. I know those of us in the Oceanside Kiwanis Club like to brag about it being the best pancake breakfast around.
Right.
And it clearly is. There's so much going on at the Pancake Breakfast. Can you give a little description of all the different stuff that?
Well, when the community comes down, they have unlimited breakfast, first of all, and it's a full breakfast. It's not just pancake. We've been to other pancake breakfasts for other clubs, and they're good. Don't get me wrong, they're good, but we really up it. We have 40, 50 raffle prizes. We have a kiddie corner where you bring your children, they have a place to play, and they win little tchotchke toys, either knocking down the clowns, knocking the cans down, ring toss. We used to do a football toss, but we kind of nixed that when that kind of got out of hand at one point. But we do face painting. So we have activities for the children so that you can sit and enjoy your breakfast, and you can buy raffles and 50-50.
What kind of prizes and raffles are there this year?
This year we have a lot of toys donated from Oceanside Community Service, which is nice because they had an overabundance of toys. So they donate some to us for our pancake breakfast. They also donate to the hospital and other places. So we have toys, we make up baskets, and then we get raffle prizes from local businesses, pizza places, taverns. things like that. And then we have members who donate some baskets. We make up baskets.
Great. I think I'm gonna have to donate a basket this year.
Oh, you better.
Of course, if anyone wants to donate or sponsor, I know there's information that's probably on the Facebook page, right? That there's
Yes.
this information that's out there for people that are
Yes.
interested.
Right. We have the baskets that we have donated, not the business baskets, but the toys or whatnot. We send that list around to the members, and they can sponsor a basket for $20, and their name gets put on that basket that they donated that basket.
That's great.
Yeah. And we usually make about 500 just on that.
Cool.
Yeah.
What time does the event start, and where is it going to be held this year?
It starts at 9 a.m. Till 12:30, and it's at St. Anthony's downstairs underneath the gym.
What's the cost of attending? Do you have to buy the tickets in advance, or could you get them at the door?
We used to sell them in advance, but this year we didn't. I believe now it's really at the door, and we never turn anybody away. It's $10 adults, $5 for children. Children under 3 are free.
That's cool. And it's every year it's on the Super Bowl. Why do you guys pick the Super Bowl Sunday to host it?
I'm not sure. It's always been Super Bowl since I've known it, but our theme is Super Bowl. So everything is football, the teams, whoever's in the Super Bowl. I try to get, decorations with those teams. We have a big blow up football guy that we put, and we have just everything football, so that kind of make it fun. And we have flags all over the place. So it's a fun morning.
Well, today's a big day because we have the Bills playing. So hopefully this year we'll have the Bills in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah, so it's always fun to see not only who's going to be in it, of course, but the fact that it's on Super Bowl Sunday. Everyone knows every year. This is sort of it. It's in the morning. It's a great way to start the day.
Right.
Some people then leave and they do the polar bear plunge and
right,
in Long Beach, and then Super Bowl at the end of the day. It's
right.
just it's a great way to start off, and
Correct.
And a lot going on.
Correct. And it's like you said, it's always been Super Bowl. 1 or 2 years we did have to change it to March because the Super Bowl switched and it conflicted with our conference. So we did March Madness. So then we had to change from footballs to basketballs. But I
think everybody liked the Super Bowl theme better for some reason, right? It's more crowded on Super Bowl Sunday for some reason.
Right. Well, obviously now it's back because it doesn't conflict with our conference. Everybody seems to have a good time. Everybody does. And they always come back. And, we're really lucky that we do it at a church where we have a captive audience. You go to mass, you come down and have breakfast, or you have breakfast and then you go to mass.
You get a lot of the crowd from the church.
We get a lot of crowd from
mass.
the masses. Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the proceeds that are collected through this and what the Kiwanis Club does with it.
Okay, the proceeds, basically, we send needy children up to Camp Kiwanis. And going back to those table sponsors, we have Happy Camper tables, and those are more money. Those are $550 this year. And it's a special table. It has your name on it, and it says that you just sponsored a child to go to camp. And they're gold. The other tablecloths are blue. And this year we have 3, so which is nice. The money proceeds go to sending kids that we get from the schools that could benefit from going away to a sleepaway camp. We also sponsor our holiday events with the Department of Community Activities, like the Halloween Parade, the Winter Wonderland, and the Acon. We also sponsor giveaways at the hospital for a comfort cart that we would set up with crafts and little lap blankets and stuff. We've done that. We do a movie night. Any proceeds we get, it goes right back to the community. It doesn't go out of town, doesn't go to another country. It's our town, our children.
That's incredible. And if you guys, the viewers, if you didn't tune in last week we had our episodes about Camp Kiwanis. So if you got to check that out and see how incredible Camp Kiwanis actually is.
Yeah, it's really a lovely camp. As a lieutenant governor, we get to tour it. It's a sleepaway camp, and they have cabins. They have a built-in pool. They now have an arts and crafts building. They have a library building. Just seeing the kids who get on that bus, the smile on their faces. Some of them are a little, a little nervous, but when they come off that bus after the week, they're smiling from ear to ear.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I know some of the proceeds that are collected also go towards scholarships for the kids in the community.
Yes. We do scholarships for the high school, for the
Yeah.
seniors that are graduating. We do scholarships for that. We also help out veterans, Veteran Need, which was one organization we've helped out in the past, and seniors. We've helped out the seniors.
How do you ensure that this event, with all the moving pieces, runs smoothly? Everything from the food preparation to the raffles. I mean, I could think of a million things that can go wrong.
Right. Well, hopefully they don't go wrong. But I have really strong people that run those certain areas. I have certain people that run the raffles, and I know I can rely on them. They're honest. They can count money good. They're really good. I have a great kitchen crew that cooks the bacon and the sausage and the eggs, and I have a certain crew at the griddle, and I know I don't have to worry about them. I actually have somebody who's in charge of the kitty corner, and she makes sure him or her would make sure that the kids are not throwing things around and they're doing what they're supposed to do. This year I'm adding another concept. I want one of our members to be in charge of the advisors that come from the K Kids and the Key Club, and to, connect with them and say, okay, you're here, here's your badge. So people know that you're an advisor for the K Kids, what school you are, and making sure that their kids are doing what they're supposed to be doing. So I really rely on a few key people to make sure that everything's run smoothly. And there's glips? Yeah, there are. Last year, there was a minor mishap in the morning when we went to get our batter and our syrup from IHOP, who generously donates all the batter and syrup. They claimed somebody picked it up, and it wasn't us.
Oh boy!
So it's still a mystery to this day.
So we never found the culprits.
Never found the culprits. Never found the batter. Thank God, IHOP was generous enough to make up more batter and give us the syrup for our day. So,
and of course, now we have proper security procedures in
yes,
place.
yes, we have
to avoid
3 people going, and
Special
code words,
code words, ID, eye scan.
yes, making sure the right person's picking it up. But you could have glitches here and there, but all in all, it's pretty smooth.
How can someone become a sponsor? Let's say, I know you had mentioned it earlier, if somebody wants to sponsor, if somebody wanted to volunteer.
Okay, if somebody wants to volunteer, you can go to the Oceanside Kiwanis page. You can or text me if you want to be a sponsor. My number is 516-972-8011. Please text me that you want to be a sponsor, and then I will call you back, because I don't answer numbers that I don't know. Anybody can become a sponsor, especially businesses or even private citizens. A lot of our members are sponsors. Again, text me or go on our page. Let us know that you want to volunteer and leave us your information, and we'll contact you.
I would imagine volunteering for the pancake breakfast probably gets a little hectic because we already have so many people out there.
We do.
And we have all the students that are out there
Mhm.
from elementary to middle school to high
Right,
school, and
right.
it's probably not the best place to initially start off
Mhm.
volunteering, but Oceanside Kiwanis Club offers tremendous opportunities for people who want to volunteer, whether it's this or anything else,
Right.
to be able to give back in the
Well,
community.
all our holiday events, we're always looking for people to volunteer
Right.
for the holiday events. We'd have to know in advance. You can't just show up, so that we know you are a volunteer. Once you see what we do, hopefully you'd be like, hey, this is a pretty cool club. I want to be involved. So hopefully, we get more members.
What kind of feedback do you usually get from people that have attended the pancake breakfast?
We have other clubs that come to our pancake breakfast, and they actually tell us they think our breakfast is the best.
And we're not going to name names of
No,
these other clubs.
no, I'm not going to name names. No, but we do have some clubs that come and they support us, and we support them, and they see what we do, because they don't do what we do. They don't do sponsorships. They don't hang flags and do all. They don't have a kiddie corner like we have. They don't have sausage, bacon, and everything. They have pancakes and
That's
maybe
great.
sausage.
Oh, Seth and I this year, we're going to be there. We're going to be interviewing some of the people there. And we're going to get the answers out of them why they love it so much.
It'll be great. We can hear from people
Right.
firsthand. They can
Right.
explain what it is, and we'll be able to put it together
Mhm.
and show it.
Yeah,
And
that'd be
it'll
great. That'd be great. It's good to get criticism, because, the members, of course, I can say, oh, it's the best, but it's good to get criticisms from outside people that maybe it's their first time. And if they can give us any advice on something maybe to change, I'm into hearing it. Definitely.
Do you have any favorite memories from the pancake breakfast over the years?
I don't have a favorite memory. It was a glitchy memory when I fell on the ice, screwed up my ankle. So I couldn't really walk around. So I would have to be like, here, you do this, you do that, sitting in a chair with my foot up with ice. I remember that. But most of the time, it's just seeing all the people come. Everybody coming in, it's like, oh my God. Like they say, if you build it, they will come.
How many people usually attend?
Hundreds.
Hundreds.
Now,
do you have to be there at the beginning of the event, or could you come throughout the time? How does that work?
Anytime between 9 and I would say 12, even though it ends at 12:15, at 12:30, you can come at 9. Some people stay. They have another cup of coffee, maybe they have another muffin or whatever, and they wait for the raffles to be pulled, which are pulled at the end. And one of the things I did change was the 50-50 was always drawn every hour, and it wasn't a big pot. So I said, let's wait till the end. And we tell the people, make sure you write your phone number if you're not here. Pull the 50-50 at the end when we do the raffles. And it could be $100, $200, $250. So,
That's great. So you don't have to be there to win the prizes or the 50-50?
Any of the prizes. We've had raffle prizes called and people weren't there. And we have their name. And as long as their phone number is clearly written, we call them on our phones. Say, hey, Mrs. Smith, you just won such and such basket. Can you come down and get it? If not, then we try to deliver it to them.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What would you say to someone to encourage them to come down to the pancake breakfast this year? Someone who hasn't been there in the past.
You want to get a full breakfast for a great price, $10 for a full breakfast, unlimited breakfast. I mean, you can't beat that price. And it's good food. You get to meet the community. You get to meet you get to meet the Kiwanis Club in action and see what we do. You get to see the kids helping out. It's just heartwarming.
That's
to see
great.
them.
Yeah. So Nancy, over the years, what have been some of the biggest challenges that the club has faced in having the pancake breakfast?
Okay, weather is a big factor. If it's a really, and it is during winter time. So if you really get a bad snow day or icy day, that could be a factor. Not everybody would go to church that day or want to come out that day. The other thing was COVID. When everything was shut down, we couldn't have the pancake breakfast. So IHOP was generously, very generous, where we set up in front of IHOP and had our mini pancake breakfast. And we handed out flyers where we would get 20% of the proceeds from IHOP. And we had a couple of raffle prizes. So we kind of downsized it. But, we made a couple of thousand on that, which was nice. And the community still saw that we were out there.
Great.
Still out there helping.
Yeah, it was a tough, for a lot of the events.
Yes.
And of course, for everyone, it was a really tough time. And,
right.
And I know the club came up with ways to work around it and work within the parameters that we had and make
for the holidays. We did drive-throughs, I should say, not buys. And the kids were able to come in their cars and drive through on Merle Avenue and still celebrate a little bit of that holiday.
All right, Nancy, I want to thank you for taking the time to come down and meet with us today.
You're welcome. Anytime.
I want to remind all the listeners, anyone out there, that the Oceanside Kiwanis Club's Super Bowl Sunday pancake breakfast will be on Sunday, February 9th at St. Anthony's Church, starting at 9 o'clock from 9 to 12:30, but probably best to be there before 12. And so anyone that's interested in a fun time, a great breakfast, great opportunities to win some raffle prizes, that's really the place to be on that morning. And with that, I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this episode of the Kindness in Motion, our Kiwanis Chronicles podcast. We hope that you enjoyed listening and learning about the Oceanside Kiwanis pancake breakfast and the incredible impact that not only the pancake breakfast, but the club has on the community. And we hope to see everyone there. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay updated on future episodes. Together, let's keep kindness in motion. And until next time, take care.
See you later. Thank you.
Bye.